Hi, everybody. We are live. Uh-oh, my son's back in the door. Be quiet, Gil. Um, Sorry about that. I'm Mary, and this is Melissa, and tonight we are going to be talking about the Christ-like consciousness. I'm going to say a little something before we start about the Christ-like consciousness. It's only a little paragraph. The Christ light within brings guidance that aligns you and your highest good and with the flow of love in the universe. Um,
Everybody.
Melissa, did you want to read up on the Christ like consciousness that you found?
Sure.
Oh,
Hi, everybody.
and, huh?
I just said hi, everybody. What you going to say?
Well, I was going to say that I'm going to do a little Christ light activation with light language after Melissa's done.
Okay.
Uh,
Uh, okay. It's Law of One, and I'm taking this from the Ascension Glossary online, and it says the Law of One is the comprehension that all things are made of intelligent energy and are a part of the All One. The Law of One contains the sacred sciences which explain the mechanics of Christ consciousness that comprise the natural laws that are governing the universal creation. All one is the recognition that the eternal truth is eternal love, and that state of eternal love is the organic consciousness of an infinite creator of God's source. Eternal love consciousness embodied within a form is referred to as unity intelligence and is simultaneously recognized as the inner light of Christos. Unity consciousness is at one with God, and this unity consciousness is that which ignites the inner light of Christos, held as an eternal flame within the sacred crystal heart. The inner light of Christos, when actualized into a manifest form, is the embodiment of an eternal God human that holds the title of a cosmic citizen and therefore is GSF. When the practice expressing loving kindness, or when we practice expressing loving kindness, and we build unity consciousness that is directly reflected as the true nature and holy image of God's love. And this inner Holy Spirit of sacred heart flame is eternally protected within angelic humans. Be at one with all, and as one in all with God. Every soul is taking the same spiritual journey, but each soul has evolved at different levels within the manifested timelines. The teachings of the law of one describe the spiritual laws that govern angelic humanity's spiritual evolution for each dimension that exists within the universal time matrix. It is a single philosophical system of world humanism which merges cosmology science, human rights, and spiritualism. Simply put, the law of one is universal truth that all is one. It is the truth taught by Christ when he proclaimed, "Love your neighbor as you love yourself." We are all direct expressions of the one source God source. One source God source. The law of one is an energetic reality as well as a creational covenant with the guardian host, founder races, the Emerald Order, the Amethyst Order, Gold Order, Cosmic Family Entity of Ra, and Aurora host races from the seven higher heavens. serve the crystal star in order to protect spiritual sovereignty for all races through the reclamation of the Christos mission. And the law of one is practiced by the advanced races that promotes self-responsibility and accountability in our universal time matrix. Through the comprehension of the energetic interconnection that exists between all living things. The law of one expresses and acknowledges the interconnection, value, and interdependence of spirit and consciousness that animates within all things. Living a lifestyle that expresses unconditional love to all creation brings true unity with the Godhead and develops a direct relationship with God. Thus, this is the promise of the Emerald Covenant gifted to humanity in order to achieve planetary liberation and is the ascending path of the cosmic founders in order to achieve complete spiritual freedom from reincarnation cycles in the lower worlds during the ascension cycle. And there's the law of one practices. We have unity consciousness, love yourself, love others, love earth and nature, service to others, consciousness expansion, and responsible co-creation. And that's it for my part of this.
Okay, I'm going to add a little part to that.
Okay.
This is what I kind of wrote down a little bit. The divine aspect that is known as the Christ-like consciousness is the spark of divine presence that exists within every human soul. It is impossible to be without this God consciousness because our individual souls of light are all birthed from the one primordial ray of God's divine light. It is the light of lights that weaves us all together in the oneness of creation. We carry God's consciousness as the higher part of our soul nature to help awaken and illuminate us to evolve our souls in harmony with divine truth and divine love. Okay.
So, do we want to? How's y'all chakras tonight? How y'all feeling?
Well, I was going to do a activation.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm going to do it, but I'm going to be on camera. I'm going to get rid of my fear.
Go for it.
Okay. I'm going to play my heart bowl for you all. This is a prayer of Christ-like consciousness. Beloved Source, I open my heart to the Christ light within. I welcome the golden flame of unconditional love to awaken every cell of my being. I remember that I am one with all of creation, unified through Christ consciousness. I allow the divine light to restore harmony, peace, and wholeness within me. I stand as a bridge between heaven and earth, shining the truth of my soul. May the Christ light radiate through me now, blessing all beings with love and grace. The Christ light consciousness awakens within us, reminding us of our true divine essence. Kelthara Christa Tira Oraya Turhukutia. We are radiant vessels of unconditional love, unified in the heart of Christ consciousness. Ilara imai Uriel tu zulai shai rai. The Christ-like consciousness flows through every cell of our being, restoring wisdom, harmony, and divine remembrance. Omaris maraha noha nora I nurai. Through the Christ-like consciousness, we are connected to all creation beyond time and separation. Avanai Talon Thara Ka Hulan Doria. Christ-like consciousness is the bridge between heaven, earth, awakening our souls. Higher truth. Silora Junai Ona Taya. We stand in the golden flame of Christ consciousness, shining as beacons of love and light. Ariel, Shi Allah, Tu Zi Allah, Ivara. Beloved Christlight, we thank you for awakening within us. We honor the love, peace, and unity you have restored in our hearts. May this golden flame continue to shine brightly, guiding our steps in truth and grace. We carry this light into the world, blessing all beings of creation. The Christ-like consciousness is perfectly expressing divine intelligence in us, through us, and around us now. So be it, and so it is. I didn't hear you because I had you on mute.
I said, thank you, Mary. That was beautiful.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
It was very powerful.
Yeah. Yep. Let me get my. Okay. Does anybody? Thank you, Scott. Does anybody want to get their chakras looked at? Fun stuff to do. You gotta wait a minute because of the cat is slow.
Yeah.
But we can check anybody's chakras for them with our pendulums.
Yep.
Or if anybody wants a card, Melissa will pull you a card.
Yes, I got cords.
Okay, Scott said sure.
Okay.
Okay, Scott, if any of them are unbalanced, do you want us to work on them? You can tell us now. That way we know whenever we're done. Not saying that they're going to be unbalanced, but you never know.
Yep. Okay.
I only got the sacral chakra.
Mm.
Did you get any of them?
Okay, I just checked the sacral again, and that's the one that needs to be rebalanced and opened.
Naru Talan Ni La Aru La Ilo Tulemo.
Okay, I checked it again. It's now his sacral chakra is now balanced. Everything's balanced now.
I wasn't even done, but okay.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. If you say it's balanced, it's balanced.
Sorry about that.
I'll check it.
Okay.
It's saying that it's not done.
Okay.
Let me do it. Let me start again.
Nakan Parasite. Naru Talan Mira Oru La Ilo Tulani.
I got its align now.
Uh,
I got its align now.
yeah. Okay. So I think let's what's hers then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi Anna. Hi Lutz.
Hi y'all. Okay.
Okay, I had to put my hair up. It's hot in here. I got that all of hers are balanced.
Who?
If you say that they're not, I'll check again.
Okay. I got that the solar plexus and the crown are not balanced. Is it okay to rebalance them, Liz Miller? You're welcome, Scott.
Melissa, I got that they're balanced. I don't know why, but that's what my pendulum is saying.
Okay. Let me check it again.
I'll check again too.
Okay. The solar plexus is okay. Yeah, they balanced. They're both-
Yeah, I knew when you said the crown for Lutz. I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way, because I know Lutz is she's
Yeah, no, it's okay. Let's everything's good.
crown. I know that already.
Okay.
Lutz, you're all good. You're all good. Sometimes there's and you know, it doesn't work out every time, but that's what happens.
You're welcome.
Melissa's probably mad at him. Melissa, you're not mad at me, are you?
Oh no. I was going too fast. That's kind of I was going too fast.
I can't help it. I can't help it. When I was doing her chakras, and you said that they're not aligned, I felt something in my heart go doot doot, and it says no. That I'm like, I
No, but I don't have a problem with that. I had to recheck.
don't know.
I don't mind going back and redo it. It's fine. I just had to be more patient because it I asked the question, then it just took a little bit longer than all the other chakras. You know?
Anna, do you want yours checked? Um, yeah, I was telling Melissa earlier that, well, we were talking about how the energies, Melissa, how they're going to come in with some more of our gifts.
Yes, it's very exciting. I've had a headache for 3 days, and the top of my head, the crown where all that energy is coming in at, is like super, super sensitive, like sensitive to touch. Even my hair hurts. So that's kind of like rare for me because that's not something I usually experience. So I know that we're getting hit pretty hard with energy right now.
It's coming for everybody. It really is. I can give you an example. I told Melissa earlier, I was in my meditation room and I was playing my light language bowl. I was playing my bowls with doing light language just by myself because that's what I do. I call in the divine. And I said out loud, I said, I don't know if my light language is good enough. That's what I said to myself out loud. And all of a sudden, I got a big, huge 2 thumps in my throat. And I knew that it was my guide saying, "Don't say that." They were telling me not to say it because they were coming through my throat to tell me that. It's just so crazy.
I know it's everybody, and it's manifesting differently for each of us because everybody I'm coming across, they're all having something, but it's all different. You know,
Mhm.
depends on. I guess Anna.
Yep.
Does anybody want a card? I got this new deck called Sacred Destiny.
If nobody wants a card, I'll take one.
Oh, okay. opportunity. Let's see. Okay, moon through pine trees. An occasional owl hoot and the song of a solo coyote punctuate the stillness in the forest as a traveler walks through the pines. Light from a waning moon filters down through the canopy of needles and cascades across the forest floor. Sometimes the trees obscure the moon, but sometimes its illumination clearly shows the path ahead. Pines are one of the most ancient genera uh, on the planet. Plant genera on the planet. They have existed nearly 3 times longer than all flowering plants species. Because most pines stay green all winter, they traditionally represent longevity, immortality, fertility, health, and abundance. The moon and her gossamer glow represents the feminine and the receptive side of life, just as the moon receives and reflects the light of the sun. Symbolically, the moon represents receiving the goodness of the universe flowing to you. The sacred landscape wants you to know gifts from the universe are ready to cascade into your life. Abundance, health, longevity, vitality, and joy are flowing to you gently and easily in the days ahead. There are many, there may be times when the goodness of life feels like it is ebbing and flowing rather than being a steady stream of fulfillment. This is similar to the moon peeking through the pine trees from a moment or two. But as you stay open and receptive, physical and emotional gifts will come into your life instead of bemoaning the fact that there isn't a steady and constant stream of joy and gifts from the universe. Accept whatever you receive in a spirit of gratitude, and your bounty will increase tenfold. This is a universal law.
Cool.
I like that for you.
Yeah. Let said she wants a card. Which card do you want? You want the one like that? I guess she wants the
Yeah.
same one, probably.
Would you like the same one? I have another one. It's called the Astral Realms Crystal Deck. That one is neat too. Um, it's whatever y'all want. I got the spirit animals. I got the numbers. Uh, uh, okay. Somebody wants one, you said?
She'll
Yes.
take the crystal deck.
Crystal deck? Okay.
But
Okay. Okay. This goes here. Crystal deck. Oh, deep knowing, sunstone and sacral chakra. Okay. That number 6. Okay. Um, Deep knowing is intuitively based knowledge on a profound level of trusting your gut, of trusting all senses and trusting what cannot always be tangibly seen. And there is no need to keep searching for the answers externally as they lie within you. You have the ability to unlock your own mysteries and access ancient divine knowledge, to invoke wisdom, surpass limitations, and receive powerful downloads to not only raise your own energetic vibrations, but also those of the collective. You will need to hold focus and allow space within your sacral chakra to remain open to receiving these vibrations. This is the center of your essence, emotional, creative, and sexual energies. By using sunstone, you can begin to break these barriers, as sunstone contains the energetic frequency of empowerment. Sunstone promotes self healing and encourages you to sit within your intuitive, deep knowing self and stand strong within your confidence to trust what you feel yet cannot see. There you go.
Kern said he'll take the crystal.
Okay.
We have time.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Kearns. Okay. I pulled boundaries. It's South Node and Labradorite. Okay. Let's. Okay. Okay. Boundaries can act as the laws you set for yourself. You will have limits of what you accept, agree to, give into, and be pushed to, and so on. If you consistently break your boundaries, you can be left feeling defeated, exhausted, unworthy, and used. But remember, this is your own doing. Once you begin to not live in others' expectations, you will be able to provide boundary lines not only for yourself but for others. They will soon learn what is acceptable for them to ask of you, and you, in return, will be honoring your own principles. The zodiac placements in your natal chart can offer you insight into why you may or may not be allowing yourself to set the boundaries you crave. The lunar south node represents karmic tendencies and keeps and or emotions that have tendencies and skill, excuse me, that have already been developed, and that is your comfort zone. Think of the south node as your past, where you've been, and your accumulated strengths. It may feel like, may feel ideal to remain in your south node, but if you do, you will complete the same karmic cycles over and over until you learn to evolve and move towards your future, the north node. Don't retain your strictures, but instead build upon the skills you have already learned. A stone you can learn from during the transitional period is labradorite, which deflects negativity, unwanted energy, and acts as a barrier to energy leakage. Labradorite can help banish your fears and feelings in your security of your insecurity while moving from the known to the unknown. It empowers you to speak your truth, leads you to the path of enlightened wisdom, and strengthens your faith in the universe and within yourself in order to set clear cut boundaries. That's it for that one. I want to.
Got some labradorite, Kerns? You can keep it in your pocket.
Yeah. Okay. Mm. Hi, Terry. Yeah. Anyone else? I have other cards too. I have shadow work oracle. I have soul helper oracle.
So, how's everybody feeling? I know these last few days were really rough for me. I was knocked out of balance because I could feel the collective's energy. And I was sad, I was crying and everything. It was hard. I had to do multiple chakra meditations and a lot. I had to do a lot to bring myself back. But what helped me is the GFL with the Pleiadians. Yesterday, that one helped a lot. Not
Yeah,
much.
we just gotta stay grounded and stay positive. And I don't know. I think I've been uh, up until now. We needed to just see how important our energy is, how important it is to protect our energy from energy vampires and just pretty much hold the line because what's happening is everything's speeding up. So we just gotta hold on to our energy and make sure we're well rested and hydrated and we're eating healthy, to get through this because it's kind
Yeah,
of
and whatever's going on, we need to just give it to the divine to take care of. That's what I need to do.
okay. Carlos. This is what I understand with this blood. Well, I know for me it started with the black moon. I was like I felt a massive shift, and then this moon, it's like the jar just is being shaked. Our emotions are just we have to feel them. We can't we can't store them in our bodies anymore. It's not an option anymore. I think all these energies that are coming in on astrologically, we we're having to deal with them. We can't put them aside anymore. And that's why there's anger to sadness. You're going through the whole plethora of emotions because it's just being pushed through the collective. We can no longer just put it aside because we're transmuting energy for others. As star seeds, we're not only handling our stuff, we're handling the collectives. We're assisting them. Our light is helping them. So that's why it's so important that we do our own shadow work so that we can help them because that's what we're here to do.
Yep. Yes. And a good shadow work thing to do is affirmations with the breath of life. I was telling Melissa earlier that I'm back to doing it again. You do you do the affirmation that you pick an affirmation, you say it 3 times, and then you do the breath of life 3 times. It's where you hold the breath and then you hold it for a few seconds, let it go, and then you do that 3 times, and then you say the affirmation again, and then you breathe again, and that's it. And I was telling her that I was doing it earlier, and it doesn't feel the same as to when we were doing it before. What were you saying, Melissa? Why doesn't it feel the same to me?
Is because she's not the same person. From a week ago, she's not the same.
Yeah.
None of us are the same because of this blood moon, all these astrological events. Every day we're being transformed. We're not who we were yesterday because our frequency is rising. So when you start doing these self-care things with the breath of life and the affirmations, they're way more powerful because you're not the same person. Your frequency is higher, so it's charged higher. You know,
Mhm.
yeah. So this is something I've been guided to tell everyone on my path. Ground. If you don't like sitting outside with your feet on the ground, soak in a tub. The water is grounding. It's imperative right now with all these energies coming in. Like, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I feel like I'm buzzing because of so much of the energy that's coming in, because it's trying to come in through the crown and come into our bodies. But if we haven't released some of the other stuff, it's like it's just hanging around and we're kind of like electrically charged. So when we go outside to ground, there's an exchange that happens, and we're able to take in the new download of energy that's coming in. The, yeah, the new load of energy. So that's why it's so imperative right now. And those of you that are having trouble sleeping, if you ground at least 15 or 20 minutes and just be cognitive of, trying to get quiet and stop the mind chatter, it's going to help you to relax. And something else is, if you when you get in bed and you start going down the proverbial list, in your mind, get up and journal and write it down. Make a list, and then ask your angels and guides to just kind of help you to relax and help you to remember tomorrow. Just you have to surrender it and clear your mind, and then try to sleep. That works for me, because I used to have trouble going to bed, and I'm always writing things down now so I don't forget. If there's something that I have to do or I need to remember, I make sure I write it down. So when I sit and have my coffee in the morning, it's there to remind me, and I'm able to release it during the night so I can be brought on my journey of wherever source wants to take me in the astral, so that I'm resting. So that's a simple thing that you can do to kind of help you, because if you're keeping the list going, because I woke up the other morning to go to the restroom, and when I was waking up, I was going down the list in my subconscious of what I needed to do that morning. I was just kind of like blown away that I understood my subconscious. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. So that's how I know we're shifting.
Yeah.
I got a little taste of it. So I'm pretty sure each and every one of you are getting a little, we're all experiencing it differently, because we're going to start remembering our past lives too. Our memories are about to open up. That's why we're feeling all this stuff going on in our brains.
Yeah, and I did hear about you have to ground to get rid of the energy so the new energies can come in. I've heard that before.
Yeah, it's we kind of get busy. We're busy taking care of our lives, and it's not a bad thing. It's what we need to be doing right now, but it's important. It's just as important as eating and sleeping right now, because because there's so much of it coming in. There's so much. So you got to do, because last week I was too busy to ground. And when I finally got out there to ground, because I really felt the buzzing. Once I sat outside, it's like I just settled in, and I was like, oh my goodness, I needed to dump off all that excess energy, because I do massage for a living, so I'm pulling from people. So I got mine and other people's energy coming into my system, and I need it out. I need it out of my
Yeah.
energy field, So yeah, it's important, y'all.
Yep.
Buzzing, tingling at ground every day at work. I wear grounded work boots and safety shock. Well, since I'm friends with Mary Jean, I used to pray when I would go outside to ground, and now I've kind of like changed that grounding experience to something more. Not only do I pray and I try to quiet my mind and meditate, but I try to focus on my breath while I'm out there grounding.
Yes.
That's powerful too.
That's the
So
best thing to do.
And so you might have to get a little creative, but I think that's part of the whole thing. And then who knows, you might be out in the because I don't know, because you need to get to sleep so that you could get into where your subconscious and your consciousness connect. So it might be a spiritual attack as well, so that's why keeping the chakras balanced is important, and being very, something else maybe would be to cleanse your space with Palo Santo or sage or singing bowls
Yeah.
or bell to you know that makes a difference too, because I notice once I cleanse my house, I feel lighter. It's easier to walk through my house. I can't even explain it, but I feel it. So it's worth a shot.
Yep. And I've been cleansing my chakras. Not only I've been doing it for a while. I do it for like 20 minutes, but sometimes I don't want to do it every day for 20 minutes. So what I do is I take a selenite and I go to each chakra because they each have names. Like your root is Lam, so I just say Lam, breathe in, say Lam, and just keep saying it and saying it and saying it. And you can do it with every one of your chakras. Just take some selenite and put it by it, and that'll balance them perfect.
You funny, Kurtz. The weirdo next door.
The weirdo next door. Don't worry, I'm right there with you. I'm out there with the hosing standing in the grass, hosing my feet off because I don't want the ants to bite me. So they probably think I'm nuts too. I don't care. I'm out there just going outside. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me.
I'd be out there with y'all too. Because now when my neighbors go up and down the street, they never see anyone, but they'll see me in my chair under my pecan tree. And they look further back in my yard and they're like, "Oh, I saw you there the other day. I knew you might have been there. I saw you home." I'm like, "Yeah." I try to be under my tree as much as I can.
Yeah, in the wintertime, I'll put my chair out in the front and I'll do my breath work meditations. And one time this guy asked me, he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing breath work." I said, "I'm doing a breath work meditation." He said, "Oh, wow, that's cool." I said, "Thank you." So, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go outside and just do whatever I want to do. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't either. But I guess we're going to end the live because it's almost coming up on an hour. Melissa, thank you for your little talk that you gave everybody.
Thank you.
And I will see y'all guys next week on here on Friday night. We'll be on here again.
Night, y'all.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yes, have a good one, y'all.
Yes, good night.